because when the food gets here, I'm gonna hop off. I am making a zucchini pie, and I'm also prepping some baby-led weaning size food so my daughter can have throughout the week. I'm really just making sweet potato fries, and I'm steaming up carrots, like carrot sticks, and then I'll like incorporate greens and protein throughout the day. Dinner, we ordered Indian food. I'm not cooking dinner tonight. I am having my in-laws over tomorrow, and I think we're going to barbecue, so I'm making a zucchini pie for tomorrow. But I want to get these carrots in. I'm looking for my peeler. You okay, Mario? What are you guys cooking for dinner? Zucchini pie is, it has egg, pancake batter, zucchini. It has an onion, cheese, and then you bake it. And it's kind of like a quiche. Yeah, I'm still on live.
Cool.
Thank you. I'm just peeling the carrots for Mariella. I have a pan with just a little bit of water, and I have like a steaming rack inside of it. And I'm literally just steaming the carrots till they're soft, but I keep them whole because she holds them like a stick. So, very easy, literally. I just ordered Indian food. I had danced with Serafina. Serafina had dance today, so we did that. And then we were just like lounging around the house, and I know I'm going to be cooking like a feast tomorrow, so I was like, let me just order today. And me and my husband were in the mood for Indian food, so that's what we got. I didn't get it yet, but we did just order it. Really? That's so funny. I guess TikTok likes me. They keep throwing me in their algorithm. We got this place called Spice House. I really love spice culture in, where's that, babe? Piscataway, but they don't do delivery, and they don't open till like 5, and by the time you get the food, it's just too late. My husband got biryani, I got butter chicken, we got Samoas, whatever, I don't know, guys. I'm probably saying it wrong. Yes, I am a stay-at-home mom. Alright, so the carrots, I literally just have them steaming. I'm going to put a cover on them and let them just go until they're like mushy, basically. I'm going to make sweet potato fries for her as well. You live in Edison. Do you like Indian food? Is there any good... I know there's a lot of good Indian food around there. Is that where the Spice House is? I think it is on Route 27, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a huge Indian community over there. There's also a huge Asian community over there. So this is a sweet potato. I literally just cleaned it. I'm peeling it. And now I'm going to make sticks. I'm going to basically make sweet potato fries, and I'll keep those in the fridge as well. And just to have like easy grab and go stuff for her too, because throughout the week it's hard, even though I am a stay-at-home parent, it's hard for me to make like 4-course meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just not possible. Are you really still on hold right now? Oh, someone's on her way to get New Park pizza. Are you jealous?
New Park's good.
Yeah, we love
Lenny's
New Park.
good too.
Yeah, we love Lenny's too. Well, Lenny's pizza's not there anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Prima pasta.
Thank you guys. Honestly, I haven't really been on the scale as much because I feel like that's like what makes me like just stresses myself out for what? You know what I mean? What does it matter if I'm 5 pounds lighter today than I was a month ago? What does that matter? So I just been like, you can tell, you know, when you put your clothes on, and I've been trying to just not focus on like the weight. Like that's the only thing that matters, the number on the scale. I've been like gauging, how do I feel? You know, do I have more energy? Am I comfortable in my clothes? Thank you. From Flushing, Queens. There's a lot of good food in Flushing too. Big Asian community over there. I'm literally just cutting these in sticks, guys. This is just baked sweet potato fries. And honestly, I'm just going to be putting olive oil on them. I'm not even going to salt them, because they don't really need the salt yet. I cut it about this thickness, and they hold them like this. I used to do this with my first daughter. Like, Mariella eats really well, but I also like just wing her meals throughout the day. But with Serafina, like I always had stuff prepped. So I was like, let me just put a few things to get me through. These are easy. Plus Serafina likes these too, so. My oldest is 5, and my youngest is 7 months. Yeah, I had the water boiling for it.
Is it ready?
Not yet. Thank you. Sometimes I add cinnamon to them, but I'm kind of keeping them like neutral because I could always toss them in something that I'm making her that night. So it's more about just keeping like the cooked veggie in there, you know? And sometimes it's also more about the size of the veggie, because
We're going to each other at bouncy house.
on the walker. Because like you would think for a little baby you would give them like a little piece of sweet potato, but if you're doing baby-led weaning, you actually give them like a size about this big. But I always tell people to not listen to me. Don't feed your kid the way I feed my kid. Like, don't do that, because Leah, that's how Leah does it. Do your own research, especially when it comes to, you know, your children. Thank you. And Serafina didn't want Indian. She wants macaroni and cheese. So I'm making her macaroni and cheese tonight, guys, and it is what it is. Right, Mariella? Need the snackies. I'm not stressing her out. Like, she eats very well, right? Indian food, a lot of it can be spicy, very saucy, and honestly, if she tried it, she probably would like it. And it just depends on the day. And today, she's not in the mood to try stuff. And I get it. I wasn't in the mood to cook. And that's why we're getting takeout. But here I am still cooking. Tell me how that works out. All right, let me just put a little olive oil on here. Check my carrots. I lived a block away from Charles Park. I lived up the block from Charles Park in Old Howard. And I lived there up until Hurricane Sandy. I don't normally have a lot of leftovers because we don't really do take leftovers in this house. My kids don't really mind it, but I also don't make like this stuff left over, whatever, you know, but I try not to make enough dinner to have an abundance of leftovers because we don't like them and I don't want to waste them. So that's what I'm taking so long to train myself, is to cook for the amount of people in my house and not an army, especially when you grow up in an Italian household. My mother cooks like, it's ridiculous the amount of food she cooks for like 3 people. But it's hard when that's all you know, you know? Yeah, sometimes you have to do what you want to do. Like, if your kid doesn't want to eat this, and I was always going to say, yeah, I'm the parent that said my kids is to bed hungry. Like, me personally, I don't think I would make a separate meal. I would just be like, if you're not going to eat this, then we'll have like yogurt and fruit in like a little bit. You know what I mean? I just also feel like I don't want to make mealtime like a stressful experience. They're already turning into pumpkins at a certain time anyway, and I don't want to deal with it. Hey, does this guy think you're going to just hang out? It's crazy. I don't even know if people are talking shit, honestly. I know I have a few mods. I don't know if they're here today. But also if you're talking shit, I'm not really paying attention. So I don't have time. I can't block you. You're triggered by the open cabinets. Yeah, my cabinets are open all the time. My cabinets stay open on this side of town. So I'm just putting a piece of foil on this, mainly because I don't want to clean it. I'm going to use this same bowl to make the zucchini pie. It's just olive oil. I've been to Jose Tejas, and we did like it, like, before COVID. But after COVID, the place is so fucking weak. They don't even have the same menu, and their food fell off terrible. Like, it screams chain now.
No seafood.
Like, it's always been a chain, but, like, now you can really tell it's a chain.
No eggplant.
The margaritas are cheap. We used to get something called eggplant royale. It was fried eggplant covered in, like, a crab cheese sauce. It was ridiculous. But they don't have it anymore. They don't have seafood enchiladas. Like, all the shit that me and my husband used to order, it's not on the menu. Me and my husband went there, and I was like, is this the same restaurant? I don't even know. We never went back there. And the only reason why we even went, it was right after I had Mariella. And we were like, let's just get out. Like, I wanted a margarita, but I also didn't want to bring my kid to, like, a quiet restaurant. Like, I was still feeling the waters of having 2 kids. But we were like, nah. Never again. So I'm just putting these in an even layer because they won't get crispy if they're all sitting on top of each other. You also don't want to get them too crispy because you want them to be soft enough for her to gum. That's perfect. I'm gonna just make the zucchini pie now. Let me check these carrots. Have you ever been to Staten Island? My husband grew up on Staten Island, and I lived there for like 4 years. But my husband lived there till he was, what, 30?
Yep.
Oh. Put a little more water in there. Yeah, my mother, I also, like, grew up eating a ton of, like, different shit. So me eating, you know, whatever was for dinner that night was, like, normal for us. Like, we didn't grow up in a household where we, like, denied stuff. So it didn't really matter. I'm going to put these sweet potato fries in $4.25, probably for just, like, 12, 15 minutes. I'm going to put it on $4.25 until I need to put my zucchini pie in, because that's going to be too high for that. I'm doing a half recipe of zucchini pie. I always have too much.
Do you.
What do you think?
Looks like cucumber.
Nah, it's a half a zucchini. I've been feeding it to Mariella throughout the week. Every day I cut a little more off.
Cook it up.
Yeah, and I cook it up. You want me to do live while I work out? Guys, that's like, come on. I don't make the prettiest faces when I exercise, okay? And I also, like, don't have time to, like, you know, socialize. Like, when I go to exercise, it's like it's just business down there. Am I having more kids? Definitely not. We're definitely done having kids. 100%. My youngest is 7 months. This pie is a savory pie. It has onions, garlic, cheese, eggs, pancake batter, and honestly, the only reason why you use pancake batter is because it's just flour with like a leavener in it. So instead of using, if you don't have pancake batter, you could just use flour and like a tablespoon or so of baking soda. That's the only thing that makes pancake batter pancake batter. I'm sure there's like a little more things in it, baking powder, not soda. But it's really just flour with something that helps it rise. We've been married for, it's going to be 6 years. We've been together 11. Yes. I learned a lot from my mom and my grandmother, just like growing up in the kitchen. That was how they played with us. They put us in the kitchen. You know, they weren't sitting on the floor reading me stories and shit. They were putting me to work. I was peeling potatoes. Yes, I do volunteer at my daughter's school. Not like often, but I am there way more than I would if I was working. It allows you to do stuff like that, you know? Which is great. That is great. But also it's hard for me to volunteer because I don't really have any help with my younger one. My husband's working. And they don't really like when you bring your other kids because then you're not really helping the school. You're there babysitting your child. My husband is 36 and I am 34. My kids aren't picky eaters. I mean, Mariella's a baby, so she kind of just, whatever. But Serafina has her days. I mean, I'm not going to say she, doesn't deny anything ever, but she is pretty good, normally. That's why when she feels like having mac and cheese, go ahead, girl, do you, boo. You want to try that? Mac and cheese? Or the pasta, babe? I'm not going to need this zucchini because I'm making a small one. BLW is baby-led weaning. So right now I have these carrots not sauteing, steaming. And that's basically like, I'll just hand her the carrot, literally. And then I also have sweet potato fries in the oven. And I'm making a zucchini pie, which is also baby-led weaning friendly. Baby-led weaning basically means self-fed, but again, do your own research. Because the way I feed my kids, I took an online course. Like, I was comfortable with how I was feeding them before I just jumped into it. Me personally, just because I'm a very anxious person and I need to, like, make sure I know what I'm doing, especially for something like this. But do you, boo. Do you. Is it freezing? All right, let me put the zucchini in here. Yes, Mariella? I hear you. Babe, I think they hung up on you, honestly.
No, it's 5 o'clock. It's after 5.
So what's going to happen now? They close. Okay. So I'm just taking the zucchini and I'm putting it in the same bowl I started the sweet potato fries in. Just olive oil. I am making zucchini pie. So the normal recipe for the zucchini pie is, I'm actually halving it right now. But the regular recipe is 4 eggs to 1 cup of Bisquick. And then you put a half of onion, which I'm going to chop up. You put like a half a stick of butter. You put grated cheese, mozzarella cheese. I'm going to show you. Mama, is that what you're saying? I hear you. Is that what you're saying? Can you strain this pasta, man?
Yeah.
So I started feeding her like this when she was, yeah. Mariella wasn't even 6 months old when I started. She was like 5.5. But every kid is different because you have to look for the ready signs. This onion, like half of it is not good, guys. But I'm not gonna waste this half. That may be gross to some people, but this is a perfectly fine onion. Yeah, it just depends. Some kids, develop a little quicker, and it has nothing to do with like, my kid's better than yours. It's just kids are different. Every kid is different. I like to cut the onion very small for this recipe. This is another recipe that my mother taught me like a million years ago. I actually used to sell it when I was catering. And it's just like the easiest thing that people love. So far in the bowl, like I said, this is half of the recipe. So if you want to make it, bigger, you could just double everything. But so far in the bowl, I have 1 zucchini and a half chopped very small. And now I am just chopping up a half of onion as well. I'm putting that in. I didn't put anything else in yet.
All right, I'll pick you.
Okay. Daddy's here. Daddy's here. I'm gonna hop off when our food comes anyway. I am making a zucchini pie. I'm gonna mix it.
Yeah.
And it's great for kids too because it's like really tasty, the zucchini pie.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I like it better room temperature, like the next day.
Okay, you want to finish that?
It's
Yeah.
finished.
Hungry?
I'm gonna put some microplane garlic in it. Will I ever go back to work? Yeah, eventually, maybe. You never know. Who knows? Maybe by the time Mariella goes to school, I'll be in the position where I don't have to go back to work. Maybe. You never know. You never know what the future holds. So the recipe I used for the fish stew was Ina Garten. So if you want that recipe, just look that up. I'm just gonna microplate like 2 cloves of garlic. You can add Swiss cheese. You can add any cheese you want. And let me tell you something, like, my mother always made it with mozzarella and grated cheese, but I use whatever cheese I have in abundance of in my house. Whatever cheese I have in abundance of. How do you know you're getting enough nutrients with baby-led weaning? Like I said, also do your own research, but I mean, kids don't really need much at this age. Their diet is 95% bottle still. Like, yes, I feed her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm gonna put another clove. That's not enough. Yes, I feed her breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but the majority of her diet is the bottle. I used to have a catering business. I catered when I lived in Queens, and we catered for a few years in Staten Island, but once I had kids, I stopped. And plus the price of food now is ridiculous that it's just not even worth my time as like a home chef to do it.
Stay in.
You're just gonna stay on until what? Hello.
Definitely closer.
They gotta be. It's Saturday. My oldest is 5, almost 6, and my youngest is 7 months. I stopped Serafina, and her too, I will do the same. I stopped formula at 11 months. I stopped the bottle by 1 year old. She wasn't having a bottle anymore. I mean, it takes time, you know, and there is a lot of like sleepless nights, but also it's only for like 2 weeks. What do I do for fun? I cook and I come on live and hang out with you guys from TikTok. Yeah, definitely.
Whatever.
Maybe some of that with Diet Coke. I really just love hanging out with my husband, if we're being honest. So I feel like we try to prioritize that, honestly. As corny as that sounds. I just feel like I live so far from everybody, and I don't really have a ton of people here. So we just became like basically each other's friends. All right, so I have zucchini, onion in here, and I have a few cloves of garlic. I'm putting 2 eggs. Oh. Yeah, so I did see that you can use maple syrup also, but I kind of just feel like at this age, I kind of like limit the sugar to begin with. Not that I don't give her any, but they don't really know the taste of things yet. Like, they don't know sweet from sour, from this, from that. So why introduce it if you don't have to? That's how I feel. So I usually just put like some Kerrygold butter on her shit, or whatever butter I have in the house, because the butter like softens it, and I mean it is delicious too. So when I stopped formula, I was kind of just like following her lead. She had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, mad snacks in between. And also, like, if they ate a lot for lunch, they may not eat a huge dinner. They may not want anything at dinner. You know, if they had snacks all day, they may not want to sit down for meals. It just is what it is. Like, I feel like parents try to, like, and I am like that when it comes to schedules. I'm like all about schedules. That's the type of parent I am. But when it comes to feeding, you can't force your kids to sit down and eat a meal. Not only will it make them hate mealtime, but it's miserable for us to do that. Like, I don't want to sit there and scream at you to eat. You don't want to eat? Okay, no problem. Bye. Like, my kid, I know if you're hungry, you're going to eat. You know, they're not starving. All right, so I put the 2 eggs. I've also did it like just like this with cheese and seasoning, and it makes like a really good egg muffin if you wanted to omit the carbs. But I'm making this for company. Thanks, babe. Oh, I took my pancake batter out already. I gotta get new ones because I can't read what they say anymore. Right?
You need the 1 cup?
Half.
Oh.
So I always try to have family dinner. I plan to have a sit-down meal every night with my family. And I'd say probably like 5 times out of the week it works. So I'll take it. There are times where Serafina sits down, she takes 2 bites of something, and she goes, Mom, I'm full. And what am I going to do? I'm not going to be the mom that's like, well, you need to eat that whole plate if you want dessert, because that's also not good either. That like helps them develop a terrible relationship with food. So I'm also not going to do that. I just feel like as a parent, you need to pick your battles, right? Me personally, thankfully, I am blessed. My kids are very healthy. So if she skips dinner, it's not really a big deal for me. You know what I mean? But there's people in the position where, you know, they're not as lucky as that. So every situation is different. These are from the dollar store, and I actually just told my husband I need to get new ones because the size of the cup is like coming off. So I'm just eyeballing this as a half. I'm assuming. I really think it is though. You should just give us some of this now. Show them all you in your ear.
I'm giving them these pennies.
This is definitely a half.
Yeah.
No, you know, I feel like kids are just not going to eat as much food as you think they're going to eat. They have very small bellies. These are PJ pants from Walmart. You guys are funny. We have the same age babies. Do you do any purees? No, I do not. I only did purees like for the 2 or 3 days in the very beginning. I'm putting a half a cup of pancake batter, Bisquick. And the thing is with the purees, if you want to do baby-led weaning, they don't say that you can't do it if you start a purees, but it can be a little confusing for them to have the puree and then jump to like the larger size food. But I did do purees in the beginning just for like a couple of days. Honestly, more because I wanted to just see if she was like allergic to like the basics. And then she didn't want the puree. She wanted to feed herself, just like Serafina. So we transitioned to baby-led weaning. Oh, that's a good idea. But they're 99 cents. I could just go to the dollar store and get more. I want to see what kind of Easter decorations they have anyway. I also have stainless steel. I also have Le Creuset cups. I just grabbed what I got. I have so many. Sometimes you're using a recipe where it has more than one of that size. And for some recipes, you want to like measure out all your shit before you start cooking it. So you need multiples. Right, babe?
Dina.
She's not listening to you?
No. No, she's listening. I just wanted to come up with it. You know, wait.
Baby-led weaning is BLW is baby-led weaning. It's basically self-feeding. It's how everybody in the world feeds their children besides America. America is the only country that does purees. I don't lie to you. Do your own research. I'm putting some garlic powder, onion powder, salt. Someone says you're pretty, but your attitude makes you prettier. I wonder if my husband would agree with that.
I do.
I'm gonna actually throw my hair up. Hold on.
Whoa. For the camera.
Shut up. Honestly, the reason why I chose to do baby-led weaning with Mariella is because I did it with Serafina, and Serafina, you know, enjoys food, so. Yeah, I know a lot of places outside of America don't use purees. All right, this is black pepper. I'm also going to put a half a stick of butter. So again, I'm halving this recipe. If you're making the full recipe, you'd be using a whole stick.
Yummy.
Guys, did you watch that? Because I just broke a glass.
They broke one.
Wait, give me flippies.
Yep.
I'm telling you, me and glass are an omen. If I tell you the amount of glass that I break, I honestly think it's like a bad luck thing with me. I'm not kidding.
Dina!
Don't
Dina!
stay right there. I dropped glass. Stay right there.
Go in there.
Stay right there. Go back downstairs. Hand me the broom, babe, because I have it over here.
Go over there. I got it.
Wait, babe, you're kicking it.
I got it.
My husband cleans the glass.
There's the dog.
Come here, Moki. Out.
Go.
Come on, Mokshies.
Go outside, please. Go outside. I'm only doing that because I want you to get hurt.
Good girl, Moki. It was just like one of those little KitchenAid bowls. It was a tiny one, but
There's screwed the pooch on this
they freaking shatter. Listen, this is reality, guys.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, this is for...
No, we're gonna have dinner.
This is not for Baby Lynn weaning. If you were here earlier, I'm having company tomorrow. I'm having a barbecue. And this is one of the sides, but you have to make it in advance. Yes, I have a Lhasa Apso.
A glass.
Yeah, baby, don't come over here, okay? It wasn't a cup, it was a bowl, Bubba.
Okay, stay outside.
Just close the door.
You're gonna fix it
Come here, Mom. Go outside. Go outside. Stay out there. Just for now. I'm gonna come with you. Nothing flew in the bowl, guys. Relax, okay? It's just a little broken bowl. Did you guys never break a piece of glass before? I mean, come on. It didn't even break near the bowl.
It broke on the floor.
People are crazy.
Yeah. Glass no!
Shit happens, guys. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe like people are used to watching sugar-coated shit on the internet. I'm very clumsy, I guess. I broke a piece of glass when I was making meatloaf once, and all the glass went inside the meatloaf. That I obviously threw out. The zucchini pie, I could definitely post that recipe because it's very easy. So I will post that for you. Plus, I know it by heart because I've been making it for years. I usually go to bed like between 9 and 10 o'clock.
Good job.
Came outside with me because I had it in my hand and I had to run. My husband knows as soon as he hears the glass break, he comes running to fix it. I'm going to finish the pie, but I have to clean the glass first. How do you deal with a fake friend? Please, I need help. So is it the type of friend that you've been like friends with for a really long time, or is it a new friend? That's the first question. My kids are up by like 6:30. Even on the weekends, you think they would want to sleep. I'm actually not barbecuing. I'm making a hiding from the kitchen for a second because my husband's cleaning glass. Tomorrow I'm barbecuing. I'm making steak. I think I'm gonna barbecue chicken thighs. And I may do just like burgers and hot dogs. And I'm gonna make a pasta salad too, like a, you know, like an anti-pasta salad. It's getting chilly out here, guys. Fucking chilly. We have to check this too, babe, before we put her in.
What?
If we put her in here.
I just did.
Okay, cool. It's always, actually, you've broke a few things in this house too.
I break stuff. Everybody breaks stuff.
Everyone has a job in the household, okay? Garbage, natural disasters like broken glass, and crazy shit diapers.
What?
That's what hubby does. cook for so long and you're not hungry anymore. Literally every night of my life, girl. Every night. I'm not even kidding.
I get takeout.
That's why today we're getting Indian food. Because I want to just sit down. And it's not that I don't, because obviously I do. But it's also like, I don't want to cook all the time, you know? And mainly I do because takeout is ridiculous. All right, let's finish this. I'm surprised our food's not here yet. I'm going to just turn these sweet potato fries. Thanks, babe.
Everybody wear slippers.
See, everybody's alive,
Go
and
for
there's
slippers.
no glass in my food. I promise.
There's glass on the floor. No, I just cleaned it up.
After dinner, we'll go through with the vacuum. Thank you.
There's a pear in there. Put them in.
Yeah, sure. I'll make you a mod. Hold on.
I got slippers on, Daddy.
Good job.
Good job, Fina Bina. The town is in Edison, and it's on Route 27. These are actually perfect. I don't even think I'm going to put them back in. Okay. So you see the consistency of these? Like if you crush it, it like actually squishes. This is exactly what you want. And you also, I'm wasting this sweet potato fry for you guys, okay? You also really don't want color on it because that makes it crispy. So this was $4.25 for 13 minutes. It's perfect. You see how it just falls apart in your hands? That's what you want for them.
Feed up.
All right, so far I did the carrots and the sweet potatoes are done also. I'm going to let them cool. I'm going to just do the zucchini pie now. For zucchini pie, you want your oven on 350. I have a few meatball recipes on my TikTok. I have a spinach stuffed one. Let me know, because there's a ton of shit that I posted like before I went viral that like no one even wants to scroll to. They want me to make a new recipe. They want to make a new video, even though I spent so much time on that one. I wasn't cooking tonight, but here we are. I'm just like one less thing I need to do tomorrow, you know? I am going to put this half a stick of butter in the microwave and just melt it down a little bit. This is me not cooking, guys. Literally. This is me not cooking. Yeah, I guess I can put it in the playlist, but you guys know I have 2 kids, right? You guys know I have 2 kids. So whatever free time I do have, it's usually editing and posting and, you know, interaction, like, you know, replying to people. People ask me questions and shit all day, and I hate that I can't reply to everybody, but it's literally possible. It's literally impossible. I am putting parm cheese. I'm putting parm, and I'm also putting mozzarella. Did mommy do good?
Thank
You give it some to Mariella?
you. Yeah.
I am not having any more kids. No. I should get an assistant. No, you know what I need? I know.
Why did who else?
Because
Sure.
they tell me I'm such a good mom. But I mentally can't handle any more kids.
Here, where's your water?
Yeah, that's actually a great idea to add it as people like it. That's a great idea. I could definitely do that. All right, I'm gonna put this half a stick of butter in, and now we're gonna add our cheese. So it does look a little dry now, but remember, zucchinis contain a lot of water, so you don't want it to be moist now because it's gonna get moist. Trust me.
You can eat those if you want. They're still good. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You throwing them out?
Oh, you're throwing out good food. Good.
Those were a whole cup of peanuts.
You gonna ring the bell?
No, they never do.
Come on.
I know, I don't even know. It's still hot. It's not helpful. You can take it ready, yeah. I will definitely post it for you guys, I promise, because this is very easy. I may not post it today, but I will post it. I usually hashtag, like, you know, pertaining to what I'm cooking, because I know people look for that shit. That's why a lot of people ask me, like, am I keto, am I low carb? Because sometimes I will hashtag that, because sometimes the recipe is, like, a keto recipe or a low carb recipe. Does it look good?
Oh, it does.
I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna show you my Indian food, and then I'm gonna hop off to eat.
A lot of rice.
Oh, was it? So we should have just got one. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him, girl. You tell him, girl.
Turn it over.
What, babe?
The crazy starts.
I know. They're turning into pumpkins. Okay, I'm putting... Babe, make sure you open everything up because I want to show them.
Sure.
I'm putting some grated cheese, just like a handful. You know, we don't measure cheese. We measure cheese with our heart in this house. And honestly, I got some great value mozzarella right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fake it till I make it, okay? Putting a little mozzarella, and that's it. And now you're gonna put it in a baking dish. And this is great for a barbecue because you don't serve it hot. You serve it room temp. All right, let me get a nice sized dish for this.
Serious.
Gonna use the one and only. This was my grandmother's. I am not gonna spray it because there's enough butter in here, so it's fine.
That smells so cool.
Pat it down. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna pop it in the oven. 350 for this, probably like 40 minutes. If it was the whole recipe, I would do an hour. All right, I'm gonna show you our food, guys, before I hop off to eat. I'm making zucchini pie. I will post the recipe eventually. Okay. Oh, they put all the bread together?
Yeah.
All right, so we got butter chicken. This is rice. My husband got lamb biryani. Samosas, babe?
Samosa.
You guys know. You guys know. Samosas. And then we got different types of bread. There's garlic naan, onion stuffed naan, the paneer stuffed naan, all the raw crunchy vegetables. Oh my God, guys, I'm so hyped. All right, I'm hopping off to eat. This is from Spice House, correct?
Yeah.
We really love spice culture in Piscataway, but they don't open till like 5, and I couldn't I didn't feel like drive over there. Okay, so I'm hopping off. I can't eat with you. This is family time, guys. Okay? Have a good night. Thank you for hopping on and hanging out with me, and I will definitely try to post that recipe. If not today, definitely tomorrow. Good night.